Wild Horses, written by Julie Miller. Focus question. Where did the wild horses in the United States come from? And what is their life like now? Introductions. Long ago, huge herds of horses ran across the plains of the American West. There may have been millions, so many that early maps simply named the area wild horses. Thousands of horses they run free. They roam the west in herds, usually far from people. These wild horses are called mustangs. Where did wild horses come from? Between 2 and 4 million years ago, wild horses roamed North America. At the time, a land bridge connected North America and Eurasia, which included what is now Asia and Europe. The traditional story of wild horses has been that they took the land bridge to Eurasia and eventually became extinct in North America during the last ice age. Millions of years later, in the 1500s, Spanish colonizers brought horses back to North America. However, native peoples have oral traditions that tell a different story about how horses never left North America. Scientists have uncovered some evidence to support these traditions. Examples include artwork showing horses made after the Ice Age and before the 1500s. Scientists are testing the DNA from wild horses alive today. They are comparing it to DNA from the Ice Age. Horses throughout history. If horses were living in North America all along, the Spanish brought even more with them. Some were left behind. Others ran off. Horses learned to live as wild animals across the American plains. Native peoples used horses to help them build homes. Once again, many tamed horses ran off. Others were left behind when people no longer needed them. These horses also joined herds in the wild. Life of a wild horse. Wild horses live in herds or bands. An adult male horse called a stallion lives in each herd. The stallion is the mate of several female horses. are mares who stayed with the herd. Young horses are called foals. When the foals are a few years old, they leave to join a new herd. By playing together, young male horses learn how to grow into stallions that can start their own herds. Young females leave their herds to become the mates of these new stallions. Wild horses mainly eat grass, but sometimes they also browse leaves. One mare leads the herd to food, water, and shelter. A stallion follows behind to watch for danger. Each herd stays together to raise young horses and help the group. Protecting wild horses. In the West, people once depended on tame horses. As more and more shelters built homes in the West, towns and cities grew. By the early 1900s, some people began to think of wild horses as pests. Wild horses were killed so cows and sheep would have more grass to eat or sold for meat. In 1971, a law was passed to protect wild horses from harm by humans. The law is Wild Free Roaming Horses and Burros Act. Burros are wild donkeys. Since then, the number of free wild horses in the United States has grown twice as large. Now, dozens of wild horses roam free in 10 western states. Wild horses are important to the cultures of many native peoples in North America. Many sanctuaries, places where horses are kept safe and given land to roam, are run by native people and others who want to protect these beautiful creatures. Wild horses today. Although wild horses in the United States are protected by law, herds can grow too quickly. So for now, hundreds of horses are caught and removed from the wild each year. Some of them are adopted by people who will take care of them. Horses that don't find homes right away sometimes wait in fenced areas called corrals. Others go to live in wild horses sanctuaries where they still have wide spaces to roam. Some people think wild horses are invasive pests. Others want some wild horses to always run free. For now, beautiful herds can still thunder across their homelands.